Now at 6, Joplin police pursue charges connected to a shooting incident from last night. Plus, we look at the impact Independence Day can have on some of our veterans. And students at Crowder College present research projects to their classmates.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Authorities will seek charges in connection with a Joplin shooting incident from last night, but not for the shooting. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Dow Quick. Police say the incident happened just after 10:20 at a home on South Grand Avenue. According to authorities, Stephen Williams showed up uninvited to the home. Williams' ex-girlfriend claimed he then caused a disturbance. Another man at the home, Tegan Hasty, went outside to check for property damage when Williams approached him. During an altercation, Hasty was allegedly assaulted and Williams was shot. Williams was taken to a local hospital where he is in stable condition. Joplin police say they'll pursue multiple charges against Williams, including trespassing, domestic assault, and vandalism. Williams is currently not in police custody. Again, he is in the hospital. Authorities say they do not plan to seek charges against Hasty, as they've determined he acted in self-defense. Let's check in with meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney now for a first look at the weather.
Well, temperatures still in the upper 80s. We didn't quite get up to 90, but it was still a really hot day. But we did have these nice wind gusts to keep us a bit cooler, at least give us a breeze. Now, winds are going to continue to gust out of the south, 15 to about 20, maybe even pushing up to 25 miles per hour in some areas. These southerly winds do continue, but we have a front coming in later on this evening and into tomorrow. Now you can see where our front is starting to develop, although it's just hanging right out to the west of our area. And the further these little showers get away from our front, the less likely they are to be strong or even severe in our area. We may not even see any rain until we get into Friday morning. So you can see our future radar, how it shows these rain chances really start to dissipate as they get closer to the region. Now, again, more rain starts to develop early Friday morning and through most of the day, but I'll have those details coming up.
Catch in a few. Tomorrow is National Post-Traumatic Stress Disorder Awareness Day, and as the 4th of July nears, so do the potential triggers for veterans struggling with PTSD. KOAM Samantha Walker has more on how what may seem like fun fireworks celebrations can bring back bad memories for service members.
As the 4th of July nears, the sounds of fireworks shooting off in the sky is expected. For veterans, the loud booms may not be so fun.
I personally have some issues with that. I'm not big into the fireworks anymore, and you hear. It's just, it brings back some memories that I don't want to think about sometimes.
Roger Koch is the military liaison for Ozark Center in Joplin and a veteran. He says he sees veterans struggle this time of year.
A big thing is the PTSD, the post-traumatic stress disorder. The fireworks and such bring back, call it a flashback, I guess, of time that in the service, and things, bad memories that might come up from that.
The loud noises, smells, and sounds from fireworks can trigger PTSD symptoms. People celebrating the holiday early may accidentally add to that struggle.
One of the big issues is the unexpected. I would ask anyone that is or that are looking to do their fireworks to at least know the surroundings.
Koch says outside of the fireworks themselves, large crowds at celebrations can also be a trigger. He says one of the best things struggling veterans can do is find a place that's safe and comfortable for them, like their own home.
If you just want to view, you can view from home to see other fireworks going. Not surround yourself with so many people.
Experts say for veterans who find themselves struggling with PTSD, earplugs and breathing techniques can go a long way to help ground yourself. They add just because someone may have PTSD, it doesn't mean they don't want to celebrate.
Veterans of all, we enjoy the celebratory, the 4th of July, and the fireworks that go along with it. But we also kind of appreciate a little bit of knowing that, hey, it might trigger some certain things with veterans.
I think as long as people are truly enjoying their time, their holidays, that probably means, to me, that means the most as a veteran.
Reporting in Joplin, Samantha Walker, KOAM News.
It's not just people who may struggle with the sound and smell of fireworks. Experts say animals, including service dogs, can be triggered as well. 5th and 6th grade summer school kids from Carl Junction hosted a lemonade stand. The idea came after reading a book called The Lemonade War. The students decided to have their own lemonade stand competition, but they also had another reason, a bigger, better reason. They wanted to honor their friend who passed away last summer.
But then we were just having a competition at first, but then Miss Smith had the idea to donate to the Addison's Disease Foundation in honor of our best friend, Sydney.
The kids raised around $2,600 today in honor of Sydney Weston. Freeman Health System offered a unique summer school opportunity today. The Freeman Health Academy gives kids 16 and up an inside look at the healthcare industry. The potential young healthcare workers took advantage of job shadows, hands-on activities, and a hospital tour.
I really want to learn just how the different things work. Obviously, not lots of people get to be in the OR and see surgery happening right there in front of them and standing over the surgeon's shoulder, and that's the experience that I had, and so that's what I'm hoping to learn, is just gain some of that experience.
There are 2 additional camps in July and August. To find out more information, go to KOIMnewsnow.com. Upward Bound students at Crowder College in Neosho showcased their research projects to their peers today. The program is for high school students whose parents did not attend college or have a disability. The students are required to attend research classes to help get them ready for college. Subjects range from creative writing to music, theory, and business law. The students are allowed to do research of their choosing as long as it's part of their class subject. The Royals take on the Rays this afternoon in Kansas City. John Dales has highlights coming up later in sports. But up first, Americans get ready to hit the road for the holiday. We take a look at what 4-staters need to know before they roll out. Although Independence Day is more than a week away, holiday travel kicks off this Saturday. According to AAA, all 4 states in our region are expecting a surge in automobile travel, up by 9% compared to 2019. As Lonnie Walton reports, AAA wants to remind drivers of habits they should follow before taking off.
I'm traveling from Dallas, Texas to Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Adam Quirk is one of the many travelers passing through the 4 states. He must have well known traveling day is this Saturday because he's leaving early.
This morning at about 5:30, and I'm staying in St. Louis tonight. And then I'll finish my journey tomorrow and get to Green Bay sometime tomorrow.
Quirk is passing through the 4 states, but many are staying in the 4 states. Well, for the most part.
Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri.
Right now we're headed to Branson, Missouri.
To Branson, yes. We're going to go see David at the Sight and Sound Theater.
According to AAA spokesperson Nick Shabaria, 1.4 million people are expected to drive through Missouri. Shabaria says that's fine, but you need to be ready before you leave.
Keep up with that regular maintenance, making sure your oil is changed at regular intervals, your tires are properly rotated and properly inflated. Of course, a well-charged cell phone and a way to charge your cell phone to call for assistance if you do become stranded.
And what about all that heat?
Bring some extra water for everybody in your vehicle, as well as, good pair of jumper cables and maybe a few extra snacks in case you do have to wait for assistance.
A lot of water, a lot of stops, a lot of breaks.
Water and coffee.
Hydrated, had some coffee this morning.
I have snacks, I of course have soda, I have water for my dog.
Quirk also wants drivers in Missouri to pay close attention.
A lot of police.
Okay.
So drive carefully.
And despite one driver saying there's a lot of policemen out, all drivers say they love passing through the 4 states. Reporting in Joplin, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOIM News.
Shabaria says one of the biggest problems during travel season is dead or disabled batteries. He says it's a good idea to have it tested before hitting the road. He says a lot of auto shops will test them free of charge. A little bit later, the Pittsburgh Public Library gives young students a chance to become explorers.
And we have rain chances returning to cool us down. I'll have those details coming up. Well, we've had a very hot couple of days, so let's go ahead and take a look at our temperature trend from the last couple of days. Now you can see we got up to about 91 degrees on Wednesday. Today we just stayed just shy of 90 degrees, but it still was a really hot day. The breeze helped a bit. But as we head into the weekend, we're going to be back into the low 90s. Now we're staying a bit cooler on Friday as well because we do have the chance for some rain showers. That's going to keep us cool. Now taking a look outside downtown Joplin, you can see mostly clear skies, a lot of sunshine, still very warm. We're still up to about 89 degrees out there. But we are expecting some showers to push in late tonight and into early Friday morning. Now you can see where our front is developing, but as these storms move into our area, they start to die down. Our risk for any type of severe weather is going to stay just to the west of us. Now you can see we've got severe thunderstorm warning. That's outside of our area. I want to keep an eye on that just in case it is able to make its way in. But main severe threat staying north of Kansas City, and then Oklahoma City getting a lot of rain. But like I said, as these storms continue to push into the area, we're pretty stable, so they start to die down. May get a few showers again all the way to Fredonia, but that's really as far east as these showers will make it, at least through tonight. Our chances return 5 a.m. and then they continue all the way through early afternoon around 2 p.m. to 3 p.m. and then rain starts to drop for the evening. Now, we might briefly touch 90, but we're mainly going to stay up to about 88, 89 degrees. Now, again, those storms do last all the way until early afternoon to about mid-afternoon, starting to die down by 4 p.m. Not expecting a huge threat there. No severe weather is expected, but we could get some heavy downpours of rain and maybe some stronger wind gusts. So let's go ahead and break it down. We've got our future track. So this is about 9 a.m. on Friday. We're going to have showers, thunderstorms starting as early as, again, 5 a.m. in our northern counties. This front continues to drop further south all morning long, so you can see by 2:30, heavy rainfall in the Joplin area and surrounding cities all the way in our central and eastern counties. They'll continue to push further south and out of our area. As we get into Friday evening, back to clear skies, especially in southeastern Kansas. Still some clouds along and south of I-44. Then we're moving into Saturday. A few isolated showers move in along I-44 and then move out towards the east. You can see Nevada might get some rain too as it pushes further out to the east, but not really expecting a ton there on Saturday. Next chance of rain is going to return Sunday morning along our Kansas-Oklahoma border, and they push into our central county, so getting some heavy rain on Sunday again as well. So we're going to have a couple more days of rain chances. Now, during the time we're getting rain, it's going to cool us down, but right after the rain moves out of our area, with these high temperatures, we're back to that heat risk, the high humidity, high temperatures, especially Sunday, 93 degrees with rain, which leads to high humidity. And then we're cooling down for Monday and Tuesday, so our heat risk drops at least for a couple of days, which is nice. And I know you mentioned earlier how we've got, we've been waiting for the rain to be done. We want the summertime, we want the warm temperatures. And 1 week into it, I'm already tired of it.
We're never satisfied, are we?
No, I don't think so.
We'll be complaining regardless of what the weather is today. Still ahead, the Joplin Outlaws and Nevada Griffins both play home games this evening, and the Cardinals try to clinch a series victory over the Cubs. John Dales has those stories and more up next in sports.
It's a beautiful night for baseball in the 4 states, and both of our local collegiate summer league teams have home games this evening. The Joplin Outlaws continue their homestand at Joe Becker Stadium. They wrap up a 3-game series with the Piney Woods Timberhogs. After losing 7-6 on Tuesday, the Outlaws rolled to a 13-0 victory last night. First pitch in Joplin scheduled for 7:05. About an hour north at Lions Stadium, the Nevada Griffins play host to the Jefferson City Renegades. Griffins are coming off a 9-6 loss to Sedalia last night. That game lasted into the 12th inning. We'll bring you highlights from both games later tonight at 9 and 10. And in Major League Baseball, the Cardinals and Royals, both of them are at home as well. Redbirds are hoping to earn a series victory over the Cubs. Cardinals won the first 2 games, Cubs won last night, and their starting pitcher, Shota Imanaga, is locked in. He gets a couple of strikeouts in the 3rd to keep the Redbirds scoreless. We'd go to the bottom of the 7th. Chicago up 2-0, 2 runners on for Nolan Gorman, and he sends it high and deep to center, but Pete Crow Armstrong makes a sliding catch on the warning track. That ends the inning. Now bottom of the 9th, Cubs up 3-0, runner on second. Wilson Contreras gets hit by this 101 mile per hour fastball from Daniel Palencia. and he has some words for the Cubs reliever after that. A little bit later in the inning, 2 outs now, and Palencia gets Gorman to go down looking. That ends the game, and he turns right to Contreras afterwards. Little bit chippy between these divisional rivals. Cubs win 3-0. They split the series. Up in Kansas City, the Royals have had some trouble scoring runs recently. They've lost 4 in a row, and they just got shut out last night. Tampa strikes first this afternoon as Jake Mangum sends one to the gap in right center. A run scores, and he hustles into third, slides in safely with an RBI triple. Scores 2-0 in the top of the 6th. That's when Brandon Lau smashes this pitch from Michael Lorenzen. That is gone for a solo homer. Rays up 3-0. Very next batter, Junior Caminero, pulls it down the line and left, and that gets into the seats. Tampa with back-to-back home runs. Now to the bottom of the 8th, Royals down 4-0. Drew Waters looks at a called strike 3 to end the inning. To the bottom of the 9th, 2 runners on for Kansas City, so the tying run is on deck, but Michael Garcia grounds into a 6-4-3 double play to end it. The Royals, they just can't break out of their slump right now. They get shut out for the 2nd game in a row and swept by the Rays. They've definitely got to figure some things out in Kansas City. And Cardinals game, I feel like you kind of like that, a little bit extra chippiness between the divisional rivals, Cubs and Cardinals. Feels like a Cubs-Cardinals game.
The temperatures and the tempers both getting up there, I guess. Yeah. And Royals, if they don't score any runs, they're not going to win any games.
Hard to win a game when you score no runs.
We'll be right back. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14 tonight. We're going to check out plans for a new sports complex coming to Joplin. Plus, scorching heats overloading power grids, and blackouts could be on the rise. And the Knights of Columbus awards more than $77,000 to 17 projects in southeast Kansas. Those stories, a lot more, of course, it's coming up tonight. KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Pittsburgh Public Library is holding a summer program called Elementary Explorers. The library holds a program every Thursday for kids in 1st through 5th grade. The sessions focus on various topics such as art and science and gives kids an opportunity to engage in different crafts. This week, the kids got to partake in a community project by painting rocks that'll be placed outside the library.
Here at the library, we want to offer programs that educate, entertain, inspire, and so they can explore their creativity. So art is a big part of all the programs we do here at the library.
Elementary Explorers will be held Thursdays from 2 to 3 p.m. through July 24th. Inside, air-conditioned library, not a bad place to be today. It's been pretty hot out there.
Definitely not a bad place to be. It's going to be hot, it's summer, so it is going to be hot for the rest of the summer, but we do have a couple chances to cool down. We've got some rain chances there Friday, but right after the rain, we're back to hot and humid.
I'm forecasting cooler weather by November.
I'm hoping so.
Thanks for joining us. We'll see you right back here for KOAM News at 10. Let's make it a great evening.